Good evening, crafty friends. Hello, everybody. It's Lesley here from Hungry Heffy Crafts. I hope you are having a cracker week. Whoop whoop. Friday weekend is here. Yes. We are just fiddling with some settings because for some unknown reason the settings have gone a little bit whoopsie daisy tonight. It wasn't picking up my microphone for a bit. So Craig's going to clickety click around and try to get that all sorted. And hopefully it's all going to be okay. Let me know how it sounds to you guys. If it's okay and it's picking up my voice okay. Hopefully so. So anyone who is new here, I just want to start off by saying that this is a live stream. So I sometimes say that if you're here looking for a pre-recorded and beautifully edited video tutorial, I'm afraid that ain't what you're going to get here, love. This is a live stream, so there's going to be mistakes made. There's going to be things that you know, that I make up on the fly. There's going to be bloopers that happen, as is always the way. Just giving you Craig's giving you some messages here under the guise of Lesley Oman. Hi Eden, hello my dear, and Suze is here as well. Hello. Margeline is here too, and Kenrick. Hello, hello. The two Bonans that we love. And we've got Jessica McAfee, Mercer. Hello. Cynthia says the sound is good, and Margeline says sound is perfect. Yes, awesome. We've got Amy here as well. Hello. And Elaine Louise Pink Peppermint Cards. Hello, hello. So guys, while Craig gets finished up on my eyelid, that I'm hoping that he might make me some tea. I just come back from a parent-teacher meeting thing, so it's a bit of a rush tonight. And poor Craig then came out to discover that.
Stop unplugging things.
That mysteriously, and certainly nothing to do with Lesley using the camera for other purposes. But I had to take photos of our new card making kit, so it's just going to happen. Have to.
What's in it?
What's in my new card making kit? Heffy doodle goodies. Oh. Melly Alex is here as well. Hello, from down under.
Tea then.
Yes, please. Thank you. I hope you guys are having a good week. Tell me all about it. So, tonight, guys, I don't know what you want to see, but I was thinking that we might make something with this stamp set, which has yet to be inked up. I think that would be fun to make something with that. And I don't know if you're interested in a little bit more stamp roulette. And also, Mary Alex says, good eye. And I also was wondering if you guys have seen any of the new Heffy Doodle sneak peeks, because I may be, you may be able to twist my arm into maybe creating something with some of the new, not yet fully revealed Heffy Doodle release. Craig? You all right?
I'll put it on the Heffy Doodle.
Yes, okay, thank you. Sarah says, love a bit of stamp roulette. Suze was saying, A Star is Born. Ooh, I don't know that one. I'll have to go and check that one out. stamp roulette. Yes, everyone seems to like a bit of stamp roulette. It is good fun for sure. So this is the new, no, this is not the new, what am I talking about? Well, this is the new to me stamp set that I bought at a craft fair recently. And I was thinking that I might actually use some of my Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers because, you know, I have not used them really a lot at all. And it also gives me an opportunity to test out this VersaFine Claire, which was kindly sent to me by Aunt Max. And it says that perfect for using watercolors to stamped images. So this one here is the VersaFine Claire. Now I also bought this on my craft show adventures, and it is waterproof dye, non-smear with watercolor. So I'm thinking I might actually try both of these and see what they're like. I don't know, what do you think? Do you think we should try that? Try some stamp roulette. Is looking like it's going to be a popular option. But let me stamp some of these first of all for our first card. Okay. To prime these stamps, because they're new to me, like I say, I am going to first of all ink them up with some Versamark. And then clean it off. Right, I'm gonna have to try and remember which one is which. Does seem to give a really nice crisp impression. Actually, let's do one of each. First impressions, I only needed like a 1 down and up to get ink all over my stamp. This one, I need a couple of pops. Also good. Good, let me get some more water on my chamois. Definitely both have made my stamp black, which is not a problem, but if I go to use, I will want to clean that more if I'm going to ever use it with like a Versamark or anything like that. This cute little guy. Let's try him. Oh, I didn't season my stamp first of all. Oh well, we'll just go with this. I've heard good things about VersaFine Claire, says Suze. Yeah, I'm liking this. So this is Bristol Clear Color Real Brush Mark. No, it's not. Bristol cardstock. Let me zoomity zoom zoom. This side so far is the Claire. So nice and crisp. This side is the Spectrum Noir. So it is a little bit bumpier, I guess. In my opinion, it looks a little bit bumpier, doesn't it? A little bit more uneven. And that's the Spectrum Noir one. Let me put the different lids up so that you can see it. So this is the Spectrum Noir and this is the VersaFine Claire. So I think we will have this one as well. The spectrum looks not as crisp, says Suze, and Kenrick says, oh, I like the bumpy. Now the other thing is this one was stamped first, and then that one. And then this one was stamped first and then this one. So it could be the first/second impression that makes a difference as well. So this one was stamped first. Definitely some bumps going on. Probably confusing you. I should have these swapped around the other way because these belong to this and these belong to that. There we go. Oh, I've got a little bit of shadowing going on here. Let's try that one again. I think it's slippy, like it's slipping on my cardstock, so I'm like going down and then it like slipped a bit. Obviously not that extreme, but just need a steady hand, I guess. That's where a Misty and things come in really handy. Sarah says, I think the Claire is much better quality. So far I'm thinking that you might be right, that it certainly looks crisper, I think was the word used. Ah, this is interesting. So I used the Claire and I wiped it straight off and there's not much of a stain on there. But then this one, still bump. Yeah, okay, so it's the finesse from Spectrum Noir that is staining the stamps. Like I say, that's not a problem. Many inks do stain stamps. You just need to then use a stamp cleaner, a bit like this. This is the Ultra Clean stamp cleaner from Hero Arts. We sell this in the Heffy Doodle shop, in case you are wondering. And it has like a blue tint to it. It smells quite nice, even though it's a little bit acetone. And then it should hopefully clean this off nicely. I've not yet found a ink apart from Stays On, but this stuff doesn't clean off, and obviously Stays On, it has got solvent in it, so it needs a solvent based cleaner. Still actually a bit of a stain on there. Good to know. Let's have another closer look. So we've got our Claire over here. We had a little bit of a shadowing or shading going over here. This one felt like it slipped a little. The stalks, they look a little bit thicker than they should be. So I stamped it again here. Here. And then if we have a look at these other ones, those are the Spectrum Noir ones. You can see, yeah, it's much more uneven. Like, guys, whenever you color them in, it's really not going to make that much of a difference, I don't think. But I think the proof is in the pudding, in a way, that if I were to compare both of these, I would recommend, I think, the Claire over the Spectrum Noir. Not that I've done extensive research. You have seen the extent of it, indeed. But let's get colouring as well while we're here. So I'm going to actually keep this out and use this as a makeshift palette. Squirt some water here. But I do have a brush here as well. Right, so I'm going to grab my Zig markers. These are the Zig Clean Color Real Brush Marker. It is a watercolor brush marker. And I don't think I'm very good at them, essentially. The idea is that you can lay down a little colour, and then you can pull it out with a paintbrush in a similar way to watercolour, which is kind of fun. And you can layer up colours. So, for example, use different colours of brown there. And then blend them into one another. I think this paintbrush, what is it called? I'm not sure. This one doesn't seem to have a name on it. But I think it at the moment is letting out too much of the water. You don't need a water brush for this. You can just use a good old paintbrush and water if you're that way inclined. What kind of paper do you use? Good question, Kenrick. This is watercolor paper. So, no, it's not. I'm lying. It is Bristol board. This is it here. This one I use is from a company called Daler Rowney, and it comes in a pack of 20 sheets, so it's quite thick. It's 250 GSM, and it's really smooth. You'll notice it being really smooth. It's a nice kind of coated cardstock, and it works really well because it's so smooth, so you can stamp on it nicely. Whereas watercolor cardstock tends to be a bit more bumpy the way that it's pressed, because you get cold press and hot pressed watercolor cardstock. And I think the hot press tends to be slightly smoother than the cold press, but it has what they call tooth, so that bumpiness in order to help the paint stick, for want of a better word, or grab onto the cardstock. So this is the Bristol, and it is completely smooth, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and color these in. And I'll kind of use the same concept as I tend to do for my Copic colouring, where I will have a darker shade in some areas, like here and maybe here. And then also come in and have a lighter shade. This might be too light actually. And I don't need to be neat because I'm actually going to blend it all out, or blend it all together. With my water. Now the paper will make all the difference here, because if you have something like the Bristol board, like I'm using right now, it is designed in a way that it knows, and it is kind of built for holding water. Whereas if you just use normal kind of regular cardstock, it will pill, so you'll get that sort of bumpy, it'll kind of feather away a little bit, which is not going to be very nice, to be honest. Now, I have not been practicing with these, and I think I need to definitely practice a bit more. I don't feel like I'm overly good at using these yet, but from what I've seen of other people using them is that as soon as you put them down, you start working it like straight away, and work on like small areas, then I think that's going to work best for you. So what I want to know from you guys is, have you used the Zig Clean Color Rail Brush markers before? Have you? And if so, what's your thoughts? Any tips or hints for us? I've just realized that I think that this is probably like a chocolate sauce. I'm going to maybe see if I can go over the top with some chocolatey colours. I'll keep these ones dark, actually. So instead of using the water, I'll just use the 2 pens. Now this colour is a brown, but it's quite a greeny brown, like a khaki kind of colour. What colour is it? Dark oatmeal. I don't think I've ever looked at these colours before. Marjorie, oh, Kenrick says, we're having some hot cocoa. Hot chocolate with whipped cream. Yummy. Jelly. Absolutely jealous. Hold the cream for me, though. No cream over here. I did get out this week and get a pumpkin spice latte. Whoop, whoop. Love a pumpkin spice latte. It's a mint on the go over here. Sue says, I used them in a class, but the ones I own are the Arteza from Amazon that Jen McGuire tested and reviewed. Cool. And Emer says, I don't own Zig markers, unfortunately. I wish I did. I also think you're doing a grand job. Oh, bless you, child. Oh no, that is so neon. That was unexpected. Take it back. Okay, how can we cover that? What colour will this one be? Maybe maybe a dark forest fruits kind of colour. Or cherry cherry kind of colour, even though this is a cherry. I do like that it's really fine nib. Yeah, I have not heard the or seen the review on the Arteza. I've seen Amazon suggest them to me. Hey Lesley, I think you might like this. And to which of course I respond, thank you Amazon, but I already have clean colours, real brush markers. So I didn't think I needed to spend any more money. Oh no, where's my scissors are inside. But what I did notice is that the Arteza ones are most definitely cheaper. Yes. But I don't know what the response was in regards to, are they just as good or not just as good? I'm not sure. Thank you, Craig. Can I ask a little favour? Inside on the tall table where I was putting together the kits, or in one of those little red baskets that are like everywhere, could you check for my Fisker's scissors, please? Fisker's scissors, not Fisker's gerbils.
What colour are they?
Orange, of course.
Not those ones.
Not those ones. You're so funny. The smaller ones, the diamond edge ones, you know the ones.
Right. Okay.
Come on, you'll see them and you'll be like, ah, yes, 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 yes. These scissors are nice enough, but they're too small and they're really hard on me here. Can you see that? Oh, you can't really see. Can you see? It's like pushing in, making an indentation. Some people love little scissors. Actually, I do have some Cuttlebug scissors stolen by my child. Rude. Tally says, I do, though I rarely use them, the zigs. I like the bright colours, so tend to use them without the water brush. I prefer my Copics. Thank you, sir. Love you. Bye. And then, oh, these ones need cleaned. Yes, you should check them out. Get them out. I challenge you all. Pull out something from your kit, that from your stash that you haven't used in a while. I certainly have not used mine very frequently. I'm going to interrupt this session just to give my scissors a quick clean. Normally I keep a stash of antiseptic wipes, but I think I stole them out of my craft room to go on holiday. And they've not yet found their way back. So I'll just give it a quick clean with some StazOn cleaner. Hopefully you can probably see the gunk coming off it. Emer says, did your friend bring the pizza and the wine as well as her new boyfriend? She did bring some alcohol, even though I don't drink alcohol. She did bring pudding, so that was good. And yeah, and the movie. It was a good night. I love her. Her name's Sam, and she has this new boyfriend, and he's lovely. But she's like so hyper around him. That's adorable. All right. Good job, StazOn cleaner. Good job, buddy. Emer says, sounds really gorgeous though. You can hold the cream for me too, but I'll take a bit of Bailey's in it instead. Oh. There we go. Anne says, what paper are you using? It is the Daler Rowney Bristol board is what I'm using for these. And I have it on good authority that this tried and tested seems to be the best, or at least one of the best options. Any kind of Bristol board will work really well for you. when it comes to the watercolor brush markers. Of course, I don't have the dies for these, so I have to do it the ye old-fashioned way. But I'm not opposed to a little fussy cutting. Many a year. In my day, we had to fussy cut everything. Awesome, yeah. Kenrick says, I'm under 18, so no alcohol for me. Just keep it that way, Kenrick, because I went to uni and I don't drink alcohol. I don't know if I've even said to you guys, I don't drink alcohol because I don't like it. I think it's gross. It's disgusting. And when I went to uni, first of all, you just get used to it. Or I think it's disgusting, but I still drink it. And I'm like, okay, well, you're an idiot. And then people would say, you get used to it. And I'm like, why would I want to get used to something that I don't like? It's different if it's like, oh, I have to take this antibiotic, but it's disgusting. Well, you get used to it. Okay, I have to take it. It's an antibiotic. Fine, I'll get used to it. But why would I do that for alcohol? Okay. And then I remember at the end of my first year of uni, I had thousands. I had about $1,500 left of money. And all my friends ran out of money in like February. And I was spending money on a train ticket to Glasgow to see my boyfriend Craig. And they weren't having that expense. Yet still they spent more money than me. So go figure. And do you know what? I don't want to like poo-poo on anyone. Like, I have absolutely no problem with people drinking. Absolutely not. All I'm saying is I can buy a lot more craft products because I don't spend my money on drink. There you go. Oh dear. Emer's giving you a few marshmallows on top. That's very kind of you, Emer. So guys, I made the 15s and I don't think I even posted the picture on Facebook. I think I took a photo. Did I take a photo on my phone? I'm gonna have to go check now. I'm pretty sure I took a photo of the 15s. And let me see, because you guys wanted to see what they look like, so I have to do that. Here we go again. Food last week and hot chocolate this week. Yeah, let me see. You ever do that like photo roulette? What photos are on your phone? Here is cards from the new release. Oh, I don't think I have it. It's not saved. I will show you guys what they look like. Because you were so intrigued by them. This is a decent enough photo. Okay, kind of. Mine are much better than this. So this is biscuits, marshmallows, cherries, condensed milk, nuts, and then you make it into a log, and then you roll the log in some coconut, and then you chop it up into slices, and then you eat them all. So good. So good. You really gotta try them. Okay, so we have got some deliciousness happening over here. And we've got to make this into a card. And we've got, here's the scoop. You are so sweet. You are so cool. You melt my heart. Okay, I'm going to make a card. Oh, Sue says, I like the brush tip on the Zig better than the Arteza, but the colours are just as vibrant. Interesting. Nice. Melly Alex has a brother scan and cut, never fussy kid again. Good for you. I've got a brother scan and cut, still haven't found a home for it. Whoopsies. Hey Simon. All right, so I'm going to make a card using these and a new product from Heffy Doodle. Okay, that's right. So if you guys have been following along the Heffy Doodle blog, then you will know we've been having some sneak peeks this week. Sneakity peekity weekity. And if you haven't been following along on the Heffy Doodle blog, then why not? We have got some big reveals happening over the weekend with our new release coming on the store on Monday, ready for pre-order. But I'm going to give you guys a little inside scoop, I guess. Ha! Scoop, because it's ice cream. Funny. I'm so funny. All right, let's play here. Right, first up, I'm going to use something that I reckon you guys are going to love. I'm going to put this like here. Can you see it? Yeah, you know what it is, I reckon. Oh, oopsies. Memo tip overboard. Yeah. Hey, Wilson. Hey, from Brazil. All right, so you guys have probably guessed this. If you've seen the peaks, then you know it's coming. That we have got some, we've got a load actually of like basic stuff, basic craft supplies coming in this release, including some stitched rectangles. And this is the set which is called Imperial Stitched Rectangles. And if you take a closer look, if I remove this, can you see? You have some stitching on the inside and the outside of your cut line. So, twice the fun, in my opinion. Let's put that back. And for those of you who don't know or are wondering why it's called Imperial Stitched Rectangles, then it might give you a little hint. So Imperial system is like measuring in inches, and the metric system is in centimeters. And in the UK, we have A4, and so if you buy a pack of card blanks, it's going to be a quarter of an A4. And so we will have the stitched rectangles in that metric size. But in America, the standard size is 5.5 by 4 1/4 inches. And so we've also got some rectangles in these sizes as well. So how exciting is that? Hey Scrabbina, how are you? Oh, just realized that the die I was going to use for the next step is not actually in my packet. My die has gone walkabouts. Rude. Let me just check if it's over here. Normally in these situations, I find that it's like stuck to a misty or something, like the magnets in a misty always seem to pick up stray dyes. Oh, it's not there. Did I lift it by accident? Well then, there goes that. Oh, there it is. Got it. Right, so this little guy is next up, and he is also a new Heffy Doodle product. And it is called Stitched Stones. And as you can see, it's a little bit of an abstract shape. A really fun abstract shape, I might add. And the clue might be in the name. And this goes really well with one of our new stamp sets called Prehistoric Pals. I assume that you guys are all rushing over to the Heffy Doodle blog to take a peek at all the sneak peeks from this week. All right. Once again, you might be able to see that we have stitching on the inside and the outside. Yay! Wilson says today is a cold day in Sao Paulo, so popsicle is not a good idea for you. I understand. But I reckon popsicles are pretty nice all year round, no? I like a popsicle. Actually, I think I would probably prefer a popsicle over a ice cream. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to commit to that though. Okay, I'm gonna use a little blue ink for one of the, oh, that's purple. A little blue ink for some of this, and I'll add just a little bit. To the bottom here. And here's another tip for you. If you find like you're getting your fingers on it a lot, use some memo tape to help hold it down. Kenrick says, I started making my first card today. Yay! Good for you! What's it like? What did you use? Who's it for? Do you know who it's for? Start 'em young. Woo! All right. So I don't want to add lots. I don't want to cover it all in this blue. Just kind of like an ombre effect happening over here. Oh, 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 oh. There we go. There we go. Anne Marie says, Scrapbina, oh, totally fanned out. Oh dear. Well, it happens. We're all friends here. It's all good. It's all good, baby. Okay. Look at this. Look at the way it's like mooshed up. Isn't that like weird? The weirdest thing. Don't know really what's happening with that. I might try and see if I can find a different one. In fact, I think this one is what I used for this guy before. Let's see if that works. Add a little purple. I really like this die, says Marjorie. Yay! I am glad. So this is going to go on here like this. I'm going to raise up this panel, but we'll pop in these on the inside flat. So this one goes like that. So I'm going to add colour to the bottom section here. And I'm thinking maybe this one will go here. This one will go up top, I reckon, and the pink down here. So maybe that orange colour might be nice. Something a bit different. Let's see if that works. Dig deep for an orange. It's like a lucky dip. Sarah Louise Baker says, that looks like a face. I think you mean this. Is it the hole that looks like a face? Fun. So fun. And like I said, this set is called Stitched Stones. And there's 5 dies in this set. Just FYI. Build up this colour. Pretty! I love blending with the dye inks because it gives a nice sort of soft effect, and it's quite easy to ombre them. Ombre. Emer says, oops, I'm loving the look of those wee ink pads. Any info? Oh, by the way, I have a Fiskars trimmer in the post to me. Yay! Thank you for all the advice. These are awesome little ink pads. Unfortunately, I don't think they make them anymore. They're from a company called Vivid, or a brand called Vivid. They have been around for many, many years. They are made by a company called Clear Snap. I'm going to tell you that whenever Heffy Doodle gets round to making ink pads, I'm probably going to make something like this, either in this size or the cube size. But I really like these ink pads. It's a dense foam. Let me hold this up here for you. It's a dense foam. How can I do this without getting myself covered in ink? So it's kind of hard to push, but it gives a really, really smooth coverage up here. The closest to that, which I think really that you can get if you can't get hold of the Vivid these days, is the Catherine Pooler ink pads, which as I would imagine is probably made by the company that made these. I am totally guessing, but I would imagine that they seem very similar. Different shape, different size, but bigger. But I think that they will be made by the same company. I have the same issue with some of my sponges, says Scrapbina. I wondered if they were defective. So somebody mentioned this in the Scrap Junkies Bits and Bobs at one point, and they said that they contacted Ranger, and Ranger had said that they had changed their manufacturer, and that if you sent it to them, they would refund it or something. But I'm too lazy to do that, so I have not yet gone down that route, because I still use them, so I'm not that bothered about it. So I'll lay this down on top and pop these little guys back in. 1, 2, oops, turny-whirny, 3, there we go. Now actually what I wanted to do, and I totally forgot, was I wanted to spatter these because these work really quite well reacting with water, even though it's dye ink. And it's going to be like little, you know, your ice lolly has dribbled a little bit. That's the look I'm going for anyway. Oops, my comments are going fast. Someone asked me if I liked to cook, said Emer, and well, I like to eat, so yes, I like to cook. Made sense to me. If you're going to eat, make it lovely. Absolutely. Emer says, stitch stones, stitch faces, stitch cookies. See how versatile they are? Absolutely. I think those sizes are perfect, better than the mini ones in my opinion. You really should make inks. I know. I want to. It just takes a lot of money. Because I think if I am if I'm going to make inks, then I don't want to do like 2 colors, right? I want to do probably at least 12 colors to start off with. I've got quotes and things, but then you have to do a minimum order, and then you also there is a lot of cost involved in the what's it called, like the toxic tests and whatnot, as you would imagine. Of course there is. We want it to be safe for you guys. So yeah, maybe one day. Never say never and all that jazz. Right, this is what I'm looking at right now. Emer's binging out on her emojis. Snow's here. Hey Snow, got a headache so I might not stay long. Get better soon. And Brenda says Catherine Poodles are the best. Awesome. Here in Brazil, we do not have many options of products to make cards using Google Translate. Yeah, Google's doing a really good job. Well done. You melt my heart. You are so sweet. And then cool. I'm going to go for you are so sweet. And I'm just going to pop it right in here. And I'm probably going to actually just stamp it in black. And then it's done. Kenrick says, I do like myself some cookie. Cookie monster. I'm just going to go ahead and do the VersaFine Claire again because it seemed to be it seemed to work just fine. You are. I'm going to do the word so first of all, so that I can put the so on a middle line. And then the you are. On tops. Snow is now going to be resident translator and have a personalized message in Brazilian or Brazilian. Is that the language? You are so sweet. Yay. Awesome. Anne-Marie says, Lesley, you are amazing. I'm not sure why you're saying I'm amazing, but I'll take it. Thanks. Oops, throw my spoon around. Okay, let's stick this little guy together. So I have another question for you guys. If you have been over at the Heffy Doodlers Facebook page, then you may recognize this question because Craig did a little shout out earlier, I think. We are putting together a kit, a card making kit. We had one in the summer, last time, in our last release. It was the Wingman kit. You may have seen my video using the products from that. And the Wingman kit has got stamps, it has a dies, it has a stencil, it has all sorts of goodies. It's like everything all together costs like over £50. And you can buy it for £40. And then this time we have a kit. So the last time the kit kind of came as an afterthought. So we had our release and then we had our kit. So I think a lot of people probably bought the stamps and dies and then afterwards were like, oh, well, if the kit had been available, I would have bought the kit instead because it's definitely more cost effective. And anyway, so the kit is £40. You get stamps, dies, and stencil. So stamps, dies and stencil together cost you $35 anyway. So then on top of that, in the old kit you got 3 pieces of white cardstock, 2 pieces of Copic friendly cardstock. You got 4 pieces of double-sided 6x6 scrapbook papers. You got a Ranger like liquid pearls type of thing. It was enamel accents, pardon me. You got sequins, you got some twine, all those stuff like that. So the question was, let me get my head in here. There we go. Do you think, or would you prefer, let me put it that way, if you were going to buy a kit, would you prefer a kit at £40, which includes the dies? Oh, I've totally forgot my tea, rubbish. Or a kit at, I can't remember what we said it would be, 30 something maybe, I don't know. Which doesn't, no, it was definitely 30, which didn't include the dies. I'm thinking that there's definitely going to be a market for people who have scan and cuts, maybe don't want to buy dies ever again. But we want to figure out, what does the people want, you know? Let's have a look at what's happening in the old things. Portuguese, but yes, do you know, I thought it was Portuguese. I was like, Brazilian doesn't sound right. I knew. Emer says, my brother sent me uptown for an ice cream cone for him on a really hot summer day. He wouldn't pay me for going, but said I could lick any ice cream that melted. Came home hours later. Oh, I like it. Emer says, I saw Corn Whiskman do the kit. Yay! There we go, there we go. Let's stick this little guy down. Lesley, you're fun to listen to. Oh, good. That's why you're amazing. Hey, Nancy, you not working tonight? We're missing you. Anne-Marie says, I have to check out the Scan and Cut. Sounds amazing. Hate dies. The Scan and Cut is amazing. But it's expensive, as is all amazing things. All right. There we go. You are so sweet. Marjolaine said, oh, what have I done? I don't know if you can see that. Can you see lines on the thing? Can you guys see lines on the screen? Like, and weirdness? I have to wait for you to catch up before I start pressing buttons. Huh. And a red square. Okay. Is it this button? Okay. That looks like it might be back on track. I think I just pressed buttons. Oh, whoops a daisy. Here we go. So let me scrolly because Marjolaine said, let people choose with or without dies. Make a few with or without, or is that hard to do? I'd love it with the dice, said Marjolaine. Cool. Emer says, I'd prefer the 40 with dies. Okay. Gabby said, I prefer more economical kit. If with the dies is $5 to $10 more, then I'd probably get it with the dies, even though I do have a die scan and cut. I see. Oh, a server for the ice cream scoop. It's really big though. I don't know where I'd put it. I think it's just going to be a bit cumbersome, you know. Yeah, I think that's going to be a bit cumbersome. All right. There's Emer says they're still there. Oh, gone now. Fabulous. Good. Rats, I have to get my kid. And go and do your parental duties. Okay, card 1 down. Boop. And you know, the Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers were not that scary. Maybe we'll do another one with them because I enjoyed that. Okay guys, I'm going to give you a look at an exclusive. We're going to make a card using a not yet released stamp set. If I can find it. My stuff is behind close-up cam, so I have to be careful. Okay, here we go. It looks like the lollies are kissing. So sweet. Aww. The yellow lollies. Oh yeah, it kind of does. But it's a double lolly. It's one lolly, right? Love the card. I have the stamps. Now I need the dies. Got 'em. No, that's how it works. That's how it happens, isn't it? Okay, so we have a sip of tea. We have our new release coming. The pre-order start on Monday, and if any of you guys placed any orders during our last release, you'll know that during the pre-order phase we give away, with every pre-order we give away an exclusive stamp set which is not yet released. And the last time in our last release, where are you? It was this little guy, the Celebrate stamp set, and it is now going to be available for sale. So if anyone didn't get their crafty paws on this, you will be able to buy this little guy and we'll pre-order him as of Monday. And if somebody comes over to the Heffy Doodle store on Monday or after Monday, between Monday the 15th and the 22nd, and you place a pre-order, then you will get an exclusive stamp set. The pre-order must include something from the new release, I will say. But this is the new stamp set. It is called Dinky Dinos. And you get 2 cute little dinos and a couple of you get the top of the eggshell and the couple of sentiments. Hope your day is dynamite. You're dynamite, or have a dynamite birthday. So I reckon we have to make some cards with it. Let's do it. Let's do it, you guys. You're getting a full look at this set. And I think you're gonna love it. Let's see what I've got here. He is cute. And you know what? I am going to use my Bristol still. He's so dinky, he might even fit in there. Yeah, I think he will. So I know it's time to look at make those cards. Oh, Dino. I agree with Marjoline. Try a few of each if possible, and that'll give you an idea what the demand is. Yeah, Craig is looking into adding a new feature to the shop, which will give you variations. The only challenge with that is the keeping track of inventory, for example. But we can work around it. All right, let me actually get a new piece. I think this is it. Because I'm thinking what I might do is, yeah, okay. Sorry, I am getting distracted. One little guy. How do we get these dinos? So the only way to get these dinos is you get it free when you place an order at heffydoodle.com, but wait until Monday, because the order must, in order to get this dino, you have to order something from our new release, pre-order something from our new release, because it's not been revealed yet, or been released yet. But aren't they so cute? Dinky dinos, yay! All right. Here they are. Let's get coloring. Do you like them? Aren't they sweet? Right, guys, what color should our dinos be? Tell me. What do you reckon? Any color requests? Green or purple, says Kenrick. We could have one of each. Green, green, green. And Anne-Marie has retrieved a child in his back for more crafting. Night Snow. All right, let's give this a go. What have I done with my tissue paper? Let's see what we can do. Okay, we've got yellow with a teal or aqua egg. Yellow Dinah. Okay, let's do a teal or aqua egg. Let's give that a little try. Oh, this is more blue than I thought, actually. I'll try this one. pretty. Oh, it's so cute, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to go for yellow spots. Now this is the guy that I'm actually going to put. Where is my... Here we go. I'm going to put a big fat axe in this because I hate neon. I hate all things neon. So I am never going to use that. Is teal a sort of turquoise? Yes. Teal is more on the green side. It's kind of in between a turquoise and a mint, I would say. With yellow spots. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, it's so pretty. No. See, this does not really, this looks yellow to me, and then when you open it, it's more of a greeny color. Verdigris, mimosa kind of color. All right, let's see what purples we got going on over here. At least the good thing is you can, oh, that's so pretty. I'm just gonna color you like a flat purple. And then there's this blue purple. Yeah, that works. This little guy, like peeking out, he was kind of designed because we were talking to Piper, our daughter, about Garfield. Do you guys know Garfield? Garfield the cat. And we were talking about Orson and Friends. I think I've probably gone a bit OTT with this guy. We were talking about Orson and Friends, which was a TV show that aired after Garfield Loved Lasagna. Cameron knows. Oh yeah. And do you remember Dino Babies? Not the Mama? No. I remember the show Dinosaurs, which was like a Jim Hendrix, how it's called? Like Muppet-esque kind of thing going on. I remember that. What colour is this one gonna be? Hey Ashley! I want to bring the wee hatchling home with me, says Emer. Yay! Yeah, so we were talking about, should we go pink? We were talking about, it's quite neon-y, Garfield and Friends and the Orson and the different characters from that, and I think the egg was like called Sheldon, the one that was like an egg. I'm sure it was called Sheldon. Oh, I've picked up a stray random thing. There we go. And I remember the not the Mama. I don't know what that is. Dino Babies, not the Mama. I'm glad you guys know what that is, because I don't know. Oh dear. You go in there, you go in there. My dog was very like Odie. Yay! Odie's fun. Yeah, so Piper started watching Garfield. But the Garfield that is showing now is not the same. No, it's not the same. And some little blue spikies to this little guy, this little cutie. And then I think I'm going to go red for this guy. All right. The Dino Baby. Oh, is that from Dinosaurs? I just remember the baby in the high chair. Oh, Wilson says, my dog is really like Odie, totally dumb. Oh, poor Odie. Odie is sweet, but not the brightest. No, not the brightest. All right, let's get these guys going. Where's my plates? Where are my plates? Do do boo 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 boo. So just so that you guys are aware, if you're interested in this little dinky dino, you can head on over to the Heffy Doodle shop and whatever to get all the details. But you get the dino free if you place a pre-order, and if you spend over so much money, I don't remember how much it is, you will get the dies free as well. Not the mama throws him through the room and he instantly says, again, again. I guess I don't remember those bits about Anne-Marie says, we have 3 tuxedo cats. Pretty. All right, let's get this little guy. Chop it up. So these dinky dinos do coordinate really well with a new stamp set from our release called Dino Time. Oh my gosh, that's a small die cut. Where did you get that? So this is a die cutting machine. It's called the Baby Blue by a company called Tattered Lace, which is one of the own brands from Create and Craft TV. And they actually give it to me so that I could use it when I was doing one of their shows. It's very similar to the Alton New desktop die cutting machine, except the Alton New one is really low geared. So what I mean by that is that you have to go like this, and it goes super slow right the way through. This one, on the other hand, is like 3 cranks and it's through. So it's a bit higher geared, which I really enjoy. It's much quicker. So this is called the Baby Blue. Now I don't really know if they're made much anymore, because I have looked to see if I can get some replacement pads. The Tim Holtz Sidekick, yes, that's similar. That's going to be a similar malarkey right there. Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. What should we put this on, little guys? Okay, let's make a card using one of our stencils, and I'll grab a card blank as well. I'm really loving top folding card blanks, so I'm going to go with that again. I've got a Spellbinder Sapphire, I think it's called. Is it a little one? Beep, 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 beep. All right, let's see what we can do here. I think what we'll do is we will have some sort of a pop-up card. And yes, I am making this up as I go along. So if I want the front section to pop up, so I'm going to crease it in half. So this is 5.5. So this is half of 5, and then I need half of the half, which is here. So 2 3/4. If you know your mathematics, this is going to be my crease for the front of my card, and this is going to pop up like this. All right. There we go. Totally love these dinosaurs. Okay, so we're going to do that. Got some glue on me. And we are going to create some sort of a panel here, I reckon, that we will then pop up like this. I think some people call these an easel card. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys or not. But I'm going to grab another die. Let's check something first of all. Okay, yeah, I'm going to grab something else. I'm going to grab this one. And I'm going to grab this one. And this one. Fabulous. Okay, so another Heffy doodle die that I think you guys are going to love. Imagine a flip card that has the baby here with mama, and then it flips to another dino and the phrase changes to not the mama. Oh, lovely. Greedy, greedy, just like your mother. At least that was you that said that, Martha. It happens. Guilty as charged. Oh dear. What do we like? We got a bit excited about this whole craft and malarkey. All right. Oh, you're talking about the fact that Kenrick wants it. No. I wonder where he gets that from here. Okie pokey. So here is another one of our new awesome basics. It's going to go right here in the middle, and we're going to use this a couple more times here. To help build up our scene, and I'll keep hold of that. Ooh. Keep hold of this piece of paper because we're going to use this in a little bit. All right, so before I go any further, I would like to actually add some color to this little guy. I'm kind of wishing that I added the color before I creased it, but actually I'm going to cheat and do that. I'm going to take a new one and add the color before I crease it, because if I add the color now, the ink will catch on that crease line. And I'm going to use yellow, which I think will really help yellow pops come out. Hey, Aunt Max! Yo, yo, yo! You guys are getting a sneakity peekity tonight. Right, I've taken all the things out because I'm so excited, and now I've left them all, abandoned them. I need to go find them again. Bear with me a sec. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. Yes, that one. Okay. Booyah. Here we go. So before I crease this, I'm going to use one of our new stencils. Now, you heard me say earlier that we're introducing quite a lot of basics to our line. And you guys may have seen me, I made a video for the Simon Says Stamp exclusive. The video was on Instagram. And I wonder if I can show you the card. Let me see if I can find it. It is not here, it might be over here. Yes, it is here. This is the card. And in the card, I used a stencil to guide me when I was stamping these little cups all the way along. So the stencil that I used was a prototype, actually, for some of the stencils that we created. So let's stick this little guy down. And I'm going to ink him up. And like I said, I want to use some yellow tones. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and use the oxides because they're much juicier and I think they're pretty. So I'm going to have some squeezed lemonade. A little bit of squeezed lemonade action going on over here. I do think I'm going to take a new doodad and see what's happening. We just need someone to cook it and clean up now, and then we're sorted. That's why I got married. He earns the money to buy stamps. Good for you. All right. Pretty. You're so pretty. Oh, so pretty. So this is a little squeezed lemonade. And I forgot to say that this stencil is called Barber Shop. Anne-Marie says, how do you deal with scraps? So, I used to be a scrapbooker, so I used to like keep pretty much all my scraps of patterned paper, blah de blah blah blah. And if you want to know more about what I did with that, let me know and I can tell you, because I handled those scraps a bit differently to how I handle my stamping scraps. Let me go grab some stuff. So I have a couple of these plastic pouches, which I bought at a local stationer's, and I think this one was maybe 79p, and then this one was like 59p or something. So if I have things, like, I guess it's like larger things that I could use, like for backgrounds or whatever, I'll put them in here, or pre-inked stuff. Got some alcohol ink background, but I keep them in here. I also have a little pouch. This probably should actually live in with the other ones, but it hasn't made it there yet. And this actually includes some pre-stamped images, which I swapped with some friends. So that's in there. So I know I don't have these stamps, that these are actually ones that, yeah, I don't have the stamps off, so they're there. And then this little one is mostly stuff that is already stamped and pre-cut. So that's in there, or odd little smaller bits that I think I could actually use on a card. Maybe I tried something out and I was like, oh, I think I'll use it. And then you end up, actually I'm going a different direction. But it's perfectly usable. I mean, I could put that on a blue card with a jellyfish and it would work really well. I really want to know how you deal with scraps. I'm a mess with it. So yeah, this is what I have. What I also have, which is like my scraps in progress, I guess is the best way to talk about them. I have a glass jar which lived on my desk for a long time. So if there was bits and pieces that I was making a card and I didn't use it, then I would put it in here. And there's all sorts of like offcuts, die cuts, things in here. And actually very often, well, maybe not very often, once every couple of months, I will make a card, usually on my live stream, and be like, okay, we're going to use up scraps. Today we're going to use up scraps. So, you know, we can do that in a few weeks if you want. We can have a live that is all about using up scraps and finding ways to play with them. Because I actually think that it's easy in one respect. You just have to convince yourself to do it, you know? Force yourself to do it. A lot of the time I get distracted by the fact that there's so many new things. So there we go. Come back to life. Kenrick says maybe Lesley can help us out with yummy rolls. Oh, I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? I've missed something in the conversation. All right, so I used some squeezed lemonade distress oxides, but I'm coming in on top with some mustard seed distress ink around some of the edges here. I love a bit of mustard seed. I think it's really pretty. Emer and Max, I subscribe to you both. I have no idea why, but you both have one extra subscriber. Very good. Okay, I'm just wanting to smooth out a little bit in the middle here. So I'm going over the top with distress ink. It's the squeezed lemonade, the same color as the oxide underneath. There we go. I think it makes it nice and smooth. Whoop. What did you make from the leaf card last week? Oh, good question. I shall show you. Some of you may have seen it because I shared it on a blog, an Instagram hop actually, between Heffy Doodle and Wow embossing powder. So we've got a 2-day hop happening. It started yesterday. I was part of yesterday's shenanigans, and then today there's another load of us as well. And this is the flocked background, and I just added a crock that I stamped and then I coloured with some Copics. Let me get a bit closer if I can. And I then coloured him green, just a flat green, and then covered him with some tacky glue and covered him in that flocking. So he's fuzzy. He's so cute. And then we've got a raised up panel here. And on the inside, I actually added that Thanks. And you can kind of see if I can get my focus right. Nope. Something like there. It's so fuzzy. Isn't it pretty? And he's lovely, I think. He's lovely. He is a flocky crocky. Flocking around the Christmas tree. Yeah, fun times. Yay! I'm going to spritz this with some Distress. So actually, I'm not going to spritz it at all. I'm going to just do it the more controlled way. Isn't he so cute? So, just to give you guys more information about that, the Instagram hop is a 2-day hop, so you've got 2 chances to win, as it were. You start on, I think it's the Heffy Doodle Instagram, and then you find the little graphic that's like this is a hop, and then you look at the picture, you swipe through to look at the pictures, and then as you scroll down it says the next person on the hop is this person, and you click on it and it's on their profile, and then you keep going until the end. But if you like it and you leave a comment, then what happens is that when the comments then close, which don't ask me when that is, my darling Crystal takes care of that, when they close, a winner will be randomly picked to win a prize, and there is a Wow embossing powder prize, and there is a Heffy Doodle gift card prize, which, just saying, wouldn't it be nice to win that just ahead of the release that's happening soon? Yes, it would. All right, so I thought it'd be really fun. So this is teal with yellow spots. But what if, what if we had a background that was yellow, you guessed it, with teal spots, huh? Don't think that'd be so fun? Split. Right, okay. So these are the Karitake Gansai Tambi watercolors, and this is just a little number 2 brush. So I get quite fine splatters with this guy. I want to upgrade to some bigger splatteroonies. And the easiest way to do that is to upgrade your brush. Marie says, OMG, now I have to learn how to flock. If you know how to add glue to things, then you already know how to flock. Nice. I'm going to do one more thing before I take off my mask, my stencil, I mean. I'm actually just going to grab that number 2 brush again. I'm going to pick up this piece. There we go. And I'm going to grab my Copic opaque white ink. So this magic stuff creates a real solid opaque white. And sometimes if you use like a watercolor, it kind of soaks down into nothing. So yeah, there you go. Right, okay, let's see. I want this to dry a bit. I don't really want to pick up some of that teal. So I'm going to move on to another part of my card. Let me just put this squeezed lemonade back because that is in my way. Okay, so I'm going to create a little scene on here, which includes my dinos. The little dinos here, but I want to create some ground for them to sit on. So I'm going to add some color to this, and I think I'm going to go for a brown so that it actually looks like some like soil, I guess is the term for it. A little vintage photo will go down nicely, I reckon. Sweet! Now I can vlog. She is the magic number 11. Who is that? I've missed something in the conversation. I find it hard to keep track sometimes when I'm trying to craft and talk and read at the same time and think ahead. I also think this brown will pop against the yellow. Except brown and yellow, I always think that they go together, because, well, they coordinate, they are like complementary, but it just makes you think of a rotten banana, doesn't it? My lassie is 13. 11 was magic indeed. My lassie is 13. I think you're talking about daughters. 11 was magic indeed, and hopefully it'll keep carrying on, although best not be like her mother. I was a terrible teen. Yeah, I could well believe that, to be fair. Right, vintage photo. And I'm going to come in now and use another new die from the Heffy Doodle collection. And it does a little bit of this. I'm going to cut down a panel. And this is going to be the ground here for our cute little dinos. Now, this is dried a little, so let's add some white. And try not to get it over the computer screen, as I have been known to do in the past. Much to the disgust of some unnamed husbands. All right. This is where the magic happens. Don't you love it when the magic happens? All right, so what do you think, you guys? Set it here while I attempt to do some cleaning. Now, if it wasn't on a live, I might be tempted to go inside and run this under the tap. so be it. All right. Let's pop this back into its home. I love this stencil, and the great thing about it is that you can use it this way, but then you can also turn and use it this way. And if you want, you can do straight lines, although because it's not designed for that, you get this like blank area, so it almost creates this triangular diamond area in the middle. It's fun. Looks amazing. Lesley, it's looking good. Your friends should call more often. It gets you singing. You have a lovely voice. And I've sang in a band for over 20 years. I know a good singer. I don't think I am a good singer. I'm obsessed with the soundtrack of Hamilton. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. But yeah, I've been listening to it on repeat forever. Mm-hmm. Right, so these guys are going to go here. What we've got going on, we've got a little dude here. Got a little dudette. I'm going to assume, just because she's pink, she's a dudette. That's so wrong of me to assume that, isn't it? But I want to add some foliage behind. So guess what, you guys? You're going to see a new Heffy Doodle thing. Because I can't stop once I start. All right, I'm going to leave these here, and I'm going to color in some trees. I'm going to color in some card and then die cut it. So this is evergreen bough. Distress ink, I should add. Emer says, can I send my son over to you? I know every word of it. The writer of Hamilton wrote Moana, yes, as well. And he's in the new Mary Poppins movie. Really? I didn't know that. Lin-Manuel Miranda is the guy that you mean. Moana. I'm pretty sure. So I've never seen Hamilton, but did I tell you that Craig got me the tickets to go see it? How exciting! Third row, baby. In January. I have to wait till January though. Rude. But it's super exciting. My Christmas is going to be wild because I am I've got Christmas, and then after Christmas I'm going to reuse you, mister. After Christmas, so after Christmas, we've got New Year's, obviously. And then on the 2nd or 3rd, I don't remember, I've got Hamilton. Oh, so exciting. And then, I haven't booked it yet, but somewhere around the 8th, maybe, or I've got to go to Creativation, well, fly to America for Creativation, and then I am doing some videos, recording some videos in America. That's the plan anyway, and then I have to fly to Wyoming to meet Crystal as we finish our prep for Creativation, and then we have to fly back to Arizona for Creativation for our exhibition. And then fly back on like the 22nd or something. So January is going to be exhausting, but amazing! Yay! Emer, here Christian names are Elvira, Lamberdine, Francine, Johanna, Elizabeth. So she gets her mail addressed ELFJ. Elfia? I don't know how to say that. How exciting! You lucky duck. I'd love to see it. We're going to see Les Mis in January. We're all fans, and we're going the night after what would have been Mum's 80th birthday if she was here, and it was her fave. Yay! Oh, that's going to be amazing. I also have never seen Les Mis, just the movie. Craig gets really, I am big into musical theatre. Craig gets really annoyed with she who must not be named over there, the Echo Dot Alexa, because he's like, play some music, and she's like, oh, here's some music you might like. Andrew Lloyd Webber, Stephen Sondheim, Elaine. Yeah, just all of those people. Never actually pop songs or anything like that, but it's funny. All right, so these guys, I don't know whether you guys have noticed what I'm using here, but this is a set, a new Heffy Doodle set called Forest Builder. Woo! Forest Builder, guys. And they're gonna go right here. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue to the back of this, not a lot, just a blue or purple. I want to do purple. You know, I am going to do purple, but I'm going to use this purple. I'm not going to use oxides. Because I like this purple a lot. I don't want it to be much, but I don't want it to be white. Oh, Lesley, maybe we should add all our birthdays and addresses on the Heffy Doodle Facebook page and send each other birthday cards from all over the world. That would be exciting. That would. You know, some people like doing that, but what I would say is never put it on the public group. Ask people if they want to be part of it, and then create some sort of a document, like a Google document or your own Facebook Messenger group chat type of thing. I would never put it on a publicly, like your birthday and your address on a public group like that. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and splatter this because I'm in the mood. Nice. Anne-Marie says, what is a Heffy Doodler? So, Anne-Marie, I'm Lesley I have my own personal blog that I have had for many years, and I've had this YouTube for like 10 years plus, and it's called Hungry Heffy Crafts. But last year I started a company called Heffy Doodle, a stamp company, although we now do dies and we do stencils now as well. So let me grab a few bits and pieces. This is the company Heffy Doodle. Oops, this one's migrated. Heffy Doodle, that's us. And we have a fan page on Facebook called Heffy Doodlers, which please come on over and join in the fun. You can share your creations with us, chat with people and stuff like that. Just kind of positioning these to see what I can do. I kind of like this. I think that's fun, don't you? How can I get it on Facebook? Does it have to be by invite? So if you go to Facebook and search for Heffy Doodlers, it will ask you, basically you can ask to be let into the group, and I can do that. I can let you in. It'll email me and be like, or I'll get a notification to say, Anne-Marie would like to be part of this group. And myself or Craig will let you in. Come on in. Good fun. And this week we are sharing sneak peeks on the Heffy Doodle blog. We're sharing that sneak peeks of our new release, which is coming next week. And this little guy, you have to link to Heffy Doodler's Facebook in the description. Okay, let me see. Oops, hello. You have the link to the Heffy Doodles Facebook in the description, don't you? I have no idea. Craig set this up for me because he is amazing. Feel free to take a look. All right, we're back to this guy now. He is looking beautiful, I might say. We're gonna crease him up. Here we go. Just love how vibrant it is. It's so pretty. And this little guy is going to go up like this. It's going to be so fun. So this is going to go on here. And this guy is going to go here. And this here. And this here. So let's stick some of these down. And we're also going to put some tape on the back of this. But I want to pop up these little cutie patooties. Okay, let's see this. He is here. And we're going to add this one over at the side. I need to just trim that down. Here we go. Kenrick, LOL, I'm so clueless. What's subs? Subs is subscribers. So how many subscribers, how many people have subscribed to your channel to watch your videos, etc. All right, let's add this here. Oh, you so cute. And then this is going to go right here. But I want to add another stamp. I was going to add stamps from here, this one. Okay, I am, because I'm a rebel, but I can't show you. Can't show you that all just yet. But I'm going to use this little tiny stamp, which is from the Dino Time stamp set, which gives you a little bit of a hint. add a couple of little dino prints. Because this guy's been wandering around. Brianna says, I just glanced at your blog, Lesley. You will break my piggy bank. Ah, hugs though, because it'll be fun. What you saying now? And Santa's Village. Oh, are those your favorites so far? Actually, I'm just about to grab what you saying now, because I think these little dinos need to be saying something. So some of you may know that we had a stamp set called What You Saying, and now we are introducing What You Saying Now, which is a companion set. Let me show you what you're saying. What you saying? Let me grab it here. This is what you're saying. And we have these little sentiments which fit inside a speech bubble. And then we've got What You Saying Now, which is a similar concept. And that's all I'm going to say. But I'm going to pick one of the sentiments from here, from the What You Saying Now. And figure out what we want it to say. Okay, I'm going to go for this stamp. Anne-Marie says, I kind of sucked into this crafting after my accident, so this is new to me. I don't know how it all works. I don't have videos, I just watch others. And then Kendrick says, but there are lots of videos on your channel. It may be videos that she has liked. Sometimes that's how it works. That shows videos that she has liked rather than videos. Or videos in a playlist or something. Okay, so this gives you a little peek at the What You Saying Now stamp set. And I think I'm going to go for this sentiment. You know, I think this is not the right paper. Let me go grab a different paper. This is like cut paper, which is not as smooth. It's more for doing little offcuts, as I'm sure you have figured out. I disappeared for a moment. I looked up a clip of the dinosaur baby and mailed it to the Heffy Doodle Facebook page. I think you'll enjoy it. Thank you. I look forward to that. Boop. Let's see what we've got going on over here. In fact, I think I might actually want this the other way around, so I'm going to stamp it again. And what I mean by the other way around is that I want this dinosaur, the pink dino, to be talking to the other one, because I think that'd be cute. Lorraine keeps me in check, but I think she's been having more chemo, so she gets a bit tired on a Friday night. So there you go, there's a peek at what she's saying now. Stamps. Stamps it. And I shall go ahead and cut that out. Okay, so this guy is going to go right here. And this is going to be popped up here. And I think that'd be super cute. So I want this to be solidly attached to here, no foam. So I'll grab some double-sided sticky tape. So to about here. So only want it to about there. Okay. Keep it to the bottom. I don't want any glue on the top because I don't want it to attach it to this top section. Okay? You got it? You got it, you guys? Kenrick says, oh, here, Kenrick, yeah, was learning how to upload. Don't really know how to record and share much. I just watch all kind of crafters and it helped me heal. Good for you. I think this is an amazing hobby, and I think that it is absolutely amazing for healing in regards to physical healing from an accident, like you may have suggested, or mental health as well. I think it is amazing for that. I think it's a nice industry, a nice community. So that's always nice to know as well. Hello, little one. It kind of hides my tree, which is sad, but you get the idea of what's going on. Hey, look, he's so cute. Okay, so we're going to put this up here like this. But we want to have this stamp that says, "You're dynamite." Yeah, dynamite, as some might say. So let's pop this on here. Dynamite. And I'm not sure if you noticed on the dies, but it actually has coordinating dies. Yay! So I'm trying to figure out what color I want this little dude to be. Maybe the purple? What do you guys think so far? Do you love it? And Henrik says, I have 8 hours of school every Thursday and the amount of books I need to take will give me a hernia. Oh no. So how old are you and what are you studying? Is my question. A question for you. All right. Absolutely love it, says Kenrick. Woo! So this little dude, I want to raise up, but I don't want to raise up too much. Because it's on the inside of a card, right? So what I'm going to do, I've got some double-sided foam here. I'm actually going to cut out a piece of this double-sided foam. And it's got release paper and sticky on both sides. So this will give me a piece of foam that is exactly the same size as my die cut. Miss Dynamite. Extra thin craft foam? Yes. Oops. There we go. Beautiful. Looking nice. And then we need the word you're. You're dynamite. Look here. So I'm actually thinking what I'd like to do, because I'm a rebel, is add some color to the inside of my card. So I'm going to go ahead and take a die from that stitched rectangles, the metric one. No, it's not, it's the imperial one. And I'm going to cut out some card for the inside. And I'm trying to figure out whether to go for color card. No, I think that's got to be too much. Because the other option is I could just ink it. Which I'm thinking I might do because I want it to be really quite subtle. That's the thought. Kenrick says, I'm 13 and doing higher general secondary education. Or HAVO, HAVO in the Netherlands. Cool, good for you. 13, prime crafting age right there. But don't let it get in the way of your studies. All right, so this is what I'm thinking. And let me put this back so I don't lose it, because these are going to be my new favorite dies forever and ever. The other thing I wanted to ask you guys is, we haven't done this before, but after the fact was like, I really need to do this, In the store for our new release, we were thinking maybe people want bundles. I think people want bundles, like from a release. Maybe they would like all the stamps from the release, or maybe like stamp and die bundles or something. I don't know. Aunt Max says, great trick with the foam. Yes, I love doing that. So I'm going to bring in some more here at the bottom a bit more. Oh, again, a workout. Oh. Cynthia, hold on, won't get in my way. I'm only crafting free time, says Kimrick. Good. Cynthia says, yes, I would love bundles. Brianna says, stamp and die bundles. Stamp and die bundles. Sorry, kids distracted me when you were talking about it. I always appreciate saving a bit for a bundle. That's good to know. Yeah. So we noticed that some people in the last release, they bought everything, which I'm so thankful for, and I'm always really blown away when I do that. But then I always think that per person had to go through and search for everything, and I'm quite surprised they didn't like give up. Stamp and die bundles, yeah. Especially, yeah, I think if we were able to do a little saving on it, that would be good, wouldn't it? All right, I think that's enough. I'm just gonna finish these corners because the rest of it's got a teal corner. This is teal. Just looks more like green to you guys probably, but it's definitely teal. I cracked the pistachio, pistachios, pistachios. Not sure what the bundle would look like. I really might love your stamps and dies. So I'm thinking like, well, I don't know whether we'll do like a whole release bundle. We might put one up anyway in case somebody out there won the lottery and wants to run the whole release. Because guys, it is a big release this time. So yeah, maybe some people do want it all. But I'm thinking more of the stamp and die bundles, maybe like all the stamps together. You know, that kind of stuff. By the way, the Tim Holtz glass mat makes ink blending much easier. Ooh, cool. I gotta check that out for sure. Snashio. I did a membership of the Stamps of Life a few years ago. I got a new bundle every month. We were able to choose between stamps and dies or monthly kit. So I don't mean that. I don't mean like a monthly subscription thing. I don't mean that at all. I mean, let's say there was the Heavy Doodle release, and there's, I don't know for sure because I'm going a bit mad because I'm so busy. So let's say there's 5 stamps in the release, and we did a bundle of, you know, this is buy all the 5 stamps, save 5% or whatever. You know, that's just an example. You know? Or our stencils this time. Buy all the stencils from this release. For X amount of money, which would be cheaper than if you bought them individually. That kind of stuff. I don't know. Some pistachio everywhere makes life way tastier. I know, right? I love a pistachio. I like a pistachio ice cream for sure. Also like a nougat. I used to do many moons ago in my transition phase between scrapbooks and cards. I did the Unity kit of the month. It was actually red rubber back in the day, like I say. I really enjoyed it. But then the stamps, I think my style evolved. And the stamps were more art journal-y, I think is probably the right term for them. A bit sketchy. And then I preferred a bit more of the solid line, cutesy stuff. I'd go for bundle if I could. They normally end up being better value though. I don't always have the money for bundles I love, so it's nice to see smaller bundles too. Yeah, me too. Kenrick says, I love coconut. I don't think I've ever had coconut ice cream. Oh man, there we go. What's coconut? I don't think I've had coconut ice cream ever. Right guys, are you ready? Marjane says, I love the membership. It was exciting every month and not that pricey. But in the end, I got a bit bored by the stamp sets, also because there was no choice. You don't like everything. True. Kenrick, I had to go check out what was over on my account. I see 3 cat videos, but can't figure out what you are seeing other than... Nancy went to 7-Eleven. What did you buy? Milk? Okay. So, what do you guys think? Close up. I think I want to add some white highlights to these guys because they are so cute. And then you fold him up and it, oh well, it's kind of, maybe I need to put something else here above the your dynamite. Oops, missed it out. What do you reckon? What do you think? They have garlic ice cream here in Gilroy. No thanks. Coffee and a big gulp for hubby. What's a big gulp? Funny. Yay! There we go. Hello, little one. The dinos would be cute with the volcano set. Oh my gosh, you are so right. That totally would. Your dynamite. I'm going to add a couple of little white gel pen action to this. Except I always think I'm rubbish at this. cute though, huh? I'm going to finish this with some glaze pen on the eyes of this guy. These little guys. And then I'm going to set it aside because I always run the risk of putting my hand in it. All right. Here we go. That'd be perfect together, says Emo. Iris has started making a card when the stream started, but kept getting distracted. So I just now finished it. Yay, good for you. What's it like? Tell us. Guys, we don't have much time now until the end of the stream. So I was wondering what we should do. Maybe we should do some, I don't think I'm going to have time. Anne-Marie says, oh my gosh, was I supposed to be crafting together? Yeah, it's come craft with me. Come craft with me. That's funny. Nancy says, love the color choices. Is that your stamp set? Can I buy it from here in the States? So I'll just recap for those of you who were at the 7-Eleven that this stamp set is called, where is it? This stamp set is called Dinky Dinos. It is an exclusive stamp set. You cannot buy it. It's not yet released. You can get it for free, but there's a stipulation, of course, darn it. From Monday at heffydoodle.com, we have our pre-orders open for a new release. And if you buy one thing from the release, you will get a Dinky Dinos free. And if you spend over a certain amount of money, and I can't remember what it is, you'll have to check on the website. It has it at the top of the website. Then you'll get the stamp and the dies included in your order. So there you go. That's Dinky Dinos. And if you haven't already checked out the Heffy Doodle new release, you need to go over there and have a look at the sneak peeks. We've got the full reveals happening tomorrow. Although, to be fair, I have also given you some little clues tonight as well. Anne-Marie says, I'm such a dork. Next time I'll craft for sure. How do I do this again? Every Friday, Anne-Marie, I'm going to be here. At least most Fridays anyway. The odd time I do have a social life. I need to leave you guys on a Friday. Oh dear. Anne-Marie says, don't feel bad. We used to craft with Lesley, but now you just mostly watch and chat. Yeah, and the thing is, you guys have the luxury of snuggling up on your sofa and watching it on your phone or your iPad or your computer, or doing as some people do and push it to their TV. You get to see my disastrously manicured hands in a really massive aspect ratio. I'm sure it's all fun. Right, I'm thinking we got to pull out some scrappy dappy doos, and put together a card, seeing as there was said request earlier. Oops, throwing things right in place now. On my son's Xbox. I'm so putting you in my planner. Fabulous. The best thing to do, Anne-Marie, in all honesty, is to go to Hungry Heffy and on YouTube, Hungry Heffy channel, and click the little gear symbol. I think that's what it is. Which means you'll get notifications, because sometimes I actually come, I have live streams even though it's not on a Friday. So you might want to subscribe to notifications in case I have other events on as well. And it does mean then on a Friday night, whenever you're just getting ready to chill out, It'll go bing. Lesley is live. All right, what have I got in here? We have got the word teacher. We've got some bits and pieces happening here. What do you think, guys? Got some die cuts. We've got some ink blendies. A couple of critters. What we do? Bye, Scrappina. Bye, darling. The penalty is we must watch every week. It'll be okay. But we got to try harder next time our report shows this. Oh, nice. Wendy says, I've been making a wreath while I've been watching Love of the Cows. Yay. Right, I'm thinking we should use up some of these scrappies, scrappy dappy doos, and the otters. Iris, you and your otters. Let me see. Was there an otter in here? I saw an otter somewhere. Here's otters. Iris would like some otters. Okay. We've got a little ink blending background here that could come in useful. Those are all stamped ones. I keep seeing the corner of this, the blue, and getting really excited, but it's more pink, that one. Use the spider. The spider? What spider? Is there a spider? Alright, so this was a frame that I cut out that I really liked the look of. But this is not going to be wide enough for me for the frame. Unless we did something like this, perhaps. And we could have the otters. I do kind of like the love hearts because they're like holding hands. It's almost Halloween and I saw it in your bowl. Trying to figure out what it was. I don't remember there being a spider in here. There is totally a real spider up in the corner of my room, but sorry, I don't understand. Bob ran away. I think Bob did. All right, so what have we got here? I think we might have a couple of cards going on here. I'm going to use this. And I think we're just going to use the fun design of it rather than like this hasn't like made a real fancy, like a real neat impression. So I'm not in love with that as it is, but we can work with it because I think if we splatter it with some pearlescent splotches. This is pigment. This is Perfect Pearls pigment powder mixed with some water, plain old tap water. And what happens is it leaves a real pretty pearlescent sheen. Emer says, thanks a million for tonight. Great night again. Oh, thanks, Emer. Have a great weekend, darling. Okay, let's go. So when it comes to using up my scraps, because Anne-Marie was asking about using scraps, I always think of these as B cards, right? And what I mean by that is in scrapbook paper, you would commonly hear the term like A side and B side, and the A side was normally like the main pattern, and then the back was maybe a pattern that coordinated, but it was more subtle, maybe tone on tone or whatever. So I guess it makes sense in my head. I don't know if it makes sense if I explain it to you. So for when I'm making a card, normally I like to kind of go all out and get fancy and stuff, but for my scraps I bring it back to basics, and I'm not trying to make a beautifully coordinated interactive card with the leftover bits and pieces. I just don't think that's ever going to happen for me, because let's face it, you'd have to be pretty darn lucky to have all the bits left over to create a masterpiece, right? So I go back to clean and simple. Clean and simple. See what you can make with what you've got lying around. It's like when you're at school and they say, tomorrow you have to dress up as a Roman soldier. You're never going to walk into your closet and be like, oh, here's that Roman tunic that I left here. You're going to be like, okay, pull out the bed sheets and how on earth am I going to make this work? You know, that's kind of more the kind of speed that's going to happen. You just want to make do with what you've got. So look at what you've got and figure out a way to make do. Right, so this panel has got some gorgeous colors in it. It's got some interesting shapes and designs. Maybe in your yeah, and Max, maybe in your closet. Jealous much. So I've used the Heffy Doodle stitched strips of ease, and I've used the strips of ease for this one. And then these ones are just the off-cut little bits that were in between. But I think we have got the makings of a fun stripy background for our otters. What do you guys think? I reckon so. And I also think that we are going to have, these are going to really pop, oops, on white. Now, here's the fun bit, because we could go straight across. We wanted that. We could go at a slight angle, which may also be quite fun. Or we could go for more smooshy together, smoosh it up together. in a concentrated area. Maybe drop that one. Have it like this. Or we could have it this way, couldn't we? And each of these should be the right height for my card. Oh, apart from this one, which I obviously snipped shorter. Silly sausage. Right there. And actually, I'm really digging this. So I'm gonna go this way, I reckon. So let's stick these on. Now I'm gonna be a bit of a rebel and go with some liquid glue for these bad boys. Now this one's a little short, so I'm going to leave that to the end. Because I might be able to... Come on, you cheeky one. If in doubt, stick it to some Heffy tape. I might be able to hide the fact that it's shorter. There we go. Next up, this one. Don't smoosh, spread it. I think you mean, oh yeah, because I was smooshing them up in one like concentrated area, right? Ooh, says that Max. So what I'm thinking, you see, this is slightly short. I could just trim down the panel. But what I'm thinking is if I put something in the middle like this, I'm not going to see like the middle of this one, right? So I'm going to stick the top to the top. And the bottom to the bottom. And that little gap in the middle, or that little gap that I was short, is now going to be here in the middle, but nobody's going to see that guy. So we cool. Nancy said, decided to craft with you, making 40 thank yous for our customer. Good for you. Making money. Making money from your crafting. Is it like wedding thank yous, birthday thank yous, baby card thank yous? What kind of thanking yous are you doing? I think I told you last week that I couldn't find my Tombow Mono because Piper stole it. I found it! Oops, I dropped it. I have missed it so. So same again with this little dude. I'm going to cut him up. Stick him to some Heffy tape because I find that much easier to handle. There we go. And that gap you can see a bit more clearly there, I think. In fact, seeing this now has made me really want to add I'm honestly a little jelly on here. What do you guys think? I think there's a lot of movement happening in this card. I think that would work really well. We can put a little jellyfish on there. We just need to make sure that we cover this gap and that gap, but that would work. What do you think? Did Piper steal your stickers? Asked Aunt Max. No, not yet. To be fair, I haven't shown her yet. I've been keeping them for myself for a little bit longer. Piper's stealing. That's no good. Yeah, she is. She's very good at commandeering stuff. So we could go for this. We've got some thumbs up happening. We could go for something like this. So it's just a fun background. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. I've got some other bits and pieces here. We can add a little note on there perhaps. It's so jelly. You think jelly? I think jelly. I think jelly is going to work a treat right here. And we're going to add jelly. Stick this little guy down. I'm going to stick him down with some tape now. Number 1. Yeah, I think so. Make sure I've got this the right way around. So, I reckon almost. I think I'm going to have to overhang slightly and then trim off. We're good. And over here as well. And then we need a little jelly over here. That looks cute there, but it obviously doesn't make sense with the thing. Let's get a jellyfish on the go. Come on, jelly, where are you? Here we go. Lesley, okay. Love the wavy line on the water background. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see what else we've got going on here. Okay, Lesley, I'm an idiot. I've always watched some of your videos. Just never interacted with the chats, never opened up before. Sometimes without sound while Ashley sleeps. Yeah. That doesn't make you an idiot. I think that just makes you somebody who didn't know something that now she knows. Here's a little jellyfish. Now you know. Those otters are squeezy and cute. They are so cute. They are coloured in with colouring pencil, I believe. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. So that's Oceans of Love. Right, guys, what colour jellyfish do we need? Police your beds. Marie's like, oh, I'm ready. That jellyfish is such a cutie. Thanks. Nancy likes the jellyfish too. What colour shall we make this little jelly? my little jelly friend. Maybe like red, pink. Pink. Pink, says Nancy. She's first one up, so I reckon that's where it's at. Where is my red pinks? Maybe like, this is a cute pink. All right, so we've got a little R11. We'll leave that out actually. And we're gonna go for a little, I don't want that one actually. R02, maybe. And blendy, 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 blendy. And then a little R05 at the top, because why not? And then blendy, 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 blendy. My reds and pinks bleed like a beast. I'm gonna leave that for a second. Maybe cut them out. Ooh, that's a bit close to him. It's a close call. Blend. I'm gonna assume that you're just singing along with me, can I? Blend, blendy. Leslie's getting tired. The crazy comes out when she's tired. Come on, little man or woman or whatever jellyfish tends to be. I'm not sure. Is there lady jellyfish and men jellyfish, or is it like one of those things that does magic? I love that the crazy comes out when you're tired. Be tired some more. Oh, yeah. Marjolaine says, Momento Tuxedo Black. Yes, sir. Anne-Marie says, my phone is going to die. Oh, no. Well, good night. What blanket is the best for Copics? I use Memento Tuxedo Black. He's my favorite. Okay, I'm going to come in and add a couple of little moochy dots in here. Real word, not made up. I made it up. Because I want him to look fun and slightly like he's got measles. You are so pretty, aren't you though? I'm going to add a little bit more red to his underbelly, whatever that is. Darken that up in here. Yeah, baby. Sing it with me now. Blendy, blend. Nancy, it is 1 a.m. here. What are you doing? You guys are crazy. Get to sleep. Just think of the memories you're making, I suppose. Piper did actually the other night climb into bed beside me. I decided that I needed an early night because I was packing stamps and stickering stencils and all that malarkey that happens when you've got a company. And yeah, I was like, I really need an early night. And then she came into bed, and guess what? She just like talked nonstop. Just went back downstairs because I was like, well, I'm obviously not going to get any sleep with little Miss Chatterbox in here. But she was telling me what she wants to put on her Christmas list and all sorts of things. Nancy, no, don't lose signal. Here he is. Hello. I'm honestly a little jelly. I always feel like we need like a congrats or something to put the little jelly in context. But I also like being random, so I'm kind of fine with this as it is. And it means, oh, you know what we need? We need some, what do you call them? Like, beep, 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 noodle droppy things or glossy accents. That's the one, glossy accents. Oh dear. Apparently, Craig and Piper are going to get up early tomorrow to watch the Japanese Grand Prix, which starts at like 5:30 or 6:30 or something in the morning. I sincerely hope they do not wake Mummy up as they get up. Right, let's get some glossy accents on the go because I want to have some big splotchies, some big bubbles. Once I unclog it with a pin. Boop de boop. Boop de boop. Kendrick says, well, I'm honestly a little jelly. Everybody's tired. Alrighty, alrighty. We got some bloops going on, little bubbly bubbly boos. And I have to try and not, seriously, like not touch these. Because if I go anywhere near this, you know what's going to happen, right? Bloop, 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 bloop. This is so fun. All right, guys, I'm gonna call that done. Boom. Where are we at? Are we at midnight? Look, 0001. Boom. I'm the best at timing my cards. All right then. We have got some cards happening over here. Let me tidy up because otherwise in the morning I'm gonna come out here. Need to do work. There's going to be chaos. Absolute chaos. What did we make tonight, you guys? Okay, we made honestly a little jelly with some scrappity scraps. Where's my other card? Made a lawn fawn card that has gone walkabout. Here it is. Here, you are so sweet. And then I made, oops, a little off screen here. I made this hello little one. You're dynamite. Bit more interactive. With some Heffy doodle goodies. Yay! Marjane says, time for a midnight snack. Absolutely. I really want a big bowl of like Rice Krispies or something. Yay! There we go. Which is your favorite? What did you enjoy the most? That's what I want to know. Kenrick likes the Dinky Dino card the most. Yay. It is the most labor-intensive one. the most detail, I guess. But I hope you guys like the little dinos. I think they're fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed me making some scraps into this card. I've also got 2 more pieces of card left over from that stash. So I'm going to put them away because they are beautiful, beautiful colors in it and beautiful blending. So even if it's just cutting out a love heart or something from that, I think that would be fun. Yay! Marjoline says, I love the ice one because of the stony dyes. Ooh, nice. Sarah says, dinos. Whoop, whoop. I always really love it whenever people have got different opinions, because it just goes to show you that everybody's different and everyone has their own preferences, right? There we go. Right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for another Come Craft With Me installment. Please do head on over to the Heffy Doodle Instagram and join in our hippity hop with Wow Embossing Powder. There's some fantastic projects in there, so you can see what the teams have made together. Awesome combo. And don't forget to comment, because you can win some goodies. Things like this, always keep. And they all match, yay! They do. Don't know how that kind of happened, but they kind of do, don't they? Yes, and we have pre-orders opening on Monday. And see these, they didn't stamp fantastic, but I'll keep these and maybe give them to Piper, because that's the kind of thing that she will enjoy sitting and colouring in. And the little pouch that I showed you that has the pre-stamped images, sometimes what will happen is if we're going off to Starbucks or something, I will grab the stamped images and my tub of Copics or some watercolors or my colouring pencils, that kind of thing, and bring them with us to give us something to do while we're at Starbucks and sipping our pumpkin spice lattes. Yay! Have a wonderful week, you guys. I'm going to love you and leave you, and give me a shout if you need anything. Bye! Happy crafting, my friends. Cheerio, bye!